I don't think I can do this. I'm too out of shape to even know where to start. I've never been good at physical activities. Have you ever faced a physical challenge that you felt was impossible? Physical challenges can come in many forms. You might be recovering from an illness or injury, or taking on a new challenge to raise money for charity, or maybe adapting to a chronic health challenge, for instance. It can be sometimes you just feel a bit under the weather. I feel a bit under the weather today. Sometimes it can just feel like you are so far away from where you want to be that it paralyzes you and kind of stops you from taking any action at all. So that is what I thought we could journal about today, about how we feel when presented with these challenges, and maybe work on our mindset a little bit so that we don't kind of get in that stuck phase of just feeling like it's insurmountable. Write about a physical challenge that you've overcome in the past. What did you learn from that experience? How can you apply those lessons to your current physical goals? I think the biggest thing that I have learned is the impact of taking those small, consistent steps. So doing a small amount of exercise or stretching, even if it's only a couple of minutes every day, I know personally has made a massive, massive difference to my life in terms of my mobility, my walking, my balance. And yeah, it's something that I do feel like sometimes I take for granted now, and I forget how hard it was when I was younger. So when I was younger, I was diagnosed with cerebral palsy. For me, it was mainly my legs and my walking, but yeah, the doctors basically said I'd never be able to walk normally, and I can't walk normally, like most people wouldn't even realise. Yeah, the years and years and years of physiotherapy that it took to get to that stage. So yeah, that is my biggest lesson. So when my brain tries to convince me that, you know, something is insurmountable and the place that I want to get to is just so far away from where I am just now, I remind myself that I was once in that same situation, and it really helps with my mindset and the kind of procrastination that sets in when you really can't see how to start sometimes the simple things, and just a couple of minutes is all that you need to get started. Everyone, I guess, has got different challenges and probably different ways in which you approach this in terms of your mindset. So I would love to know, how do you approach these things, and how, you know, what lessons have you learned that you might want to share with everyone? I think for me, it is just remembering that everyone starts somewhere. You know, we're not all Olympic swimmers, you know, from day one. Yes, you might have some natural abilities or aptitudes for things, but you can develop in terms of your strength and coordination, and yeah, just work at it little by little. So yeah, try not and compare yourself to others as well. I think that's also some really good advice. The last thing would be, when you're kind of going on this journey, you might be put off because you're not seeing any changes, and that is because those changes are so tiny that of course you can't see them, but in 3 months' time you may very well start to realise that there is some improvement. So don't give up, or don't beat yourself up if you get out of your routine and you miss a day or two, because those tiny improvements that you've made, they'll still be there. And yeah, so don't be put off if you don't see any changes straight away. Yeah, so I hope this helps you to be a little bit more positive today about whatever goals that you might have set for yourself. I hope you have a beautiful day, And yeah, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for some more journaling.